Hi guys, it's Evelyn here, back with another weekly training plan. It's now week 20 of my Manchester Marathon training plan. I'm coming to you a bit late this week. It's actually Saturday for my first update. I have found some work, so I'm contracting now, and I was up in Telford this week, so I tried to keep to my runs as much as possible, but I couldn't keep them to the days planned. So normally I have Monday, Tuesday as rest days, although I still run because of my run streak. And then Wednesday, Thursday was supposed to be 5K and 12K. And then Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday today, parkrun day, 5K. And then tomorrow will be the 28K. Long run. So I travelled up on the Monday. I ended up doing 5K on the treadmill in the hotel, which was fine. It was a nice snazzy matrix treadmill. Never used that before. It's quite cool. It has better graphics and it tracks more information on your run. So it's quite cool. So I was thinking whether I should use that for the rest of the week. I didn't in the end, but it was a nice machine. So if I go back up, which I will in a few weeks, I will utilize the treadmill for sure. And then the Tuesday night, we ended up finishing work at about 4, so I was back in my hotel room about 4:30, and it was still daylight. So I'm right by Telford Park, which is a lovely park. So I went for my run there, and that was Tuesdays again as a rest day. So I only did 5K, and but I sort of incorporated some speed work in there. But it felt really good. It was fun. It was nice to run around the park. It's a bit quiet, so I got a bit jittery at points, but then a few people came through. Also running with their dogs, walking with their dogs. Actually, I didn't see any runners. It was just me. But, it was a lovely park. 2 big lakes in there to run around. So, I like running around water. So it was nice. And I'd incorporated a little bit of speed work on a flat section. So I did like 5 lots of 200-meter sprints and then a 200-meter recovery runs in between. So it turned out to be a nice little 5K. And then Wednesday, I had a very long day at the office, and I ended up just doing a mile when I got home because Wednesday I was traveling back as well. So I didn't get up early enough to run before work, and then had a full day at work, and then I travelled home. So I drove home, and then I got home around 7, 8ish. Went to see my dad briefly, and then when I got home I ran just a mile, so just to get in. So basically Wednesday was supposed to be the first day of the plan, week 20, day 1. So I decided that my Tuesday run, 5K run, would be my first day instead. And then Thursday was my 12K, so that's my second run of the week for the plan, and I felt really good. I actually ended up doing it quite late because again I had a full day. It wasn't work, but I had a lot of admin because now I'm contracting. I have to set up my own company and do all the paperwork for that, so it's all setting up. Although like the company and the banking was set up for me, there's all this administration work I had to do, and also I had to get some security clearance, so I spent 4 hours trying to obtain all the information for that, to fill in the forms for that, so that basically took the whole day. Then I went round to my dad's, because I normally go on a Thursday, finished there a bit later than usual, but I didn't want to push my 12K to the Friday, so when I got home about 9:30, I still went out for my 12K, which is unbelievable, but I'm glad I did it. And I had just eaten, basically, which was not a good idea. I pushed myself through the run to keep to pace, and I went bang on. So I think my pace was supposed to be between 6:03 and 6:11 minutes per kilometre, and it ended up being 6:08, so perfect. So I did it really well, very fast-paced, didn't stop at all, felt good running-wise, but my stomach, I was like, no. Don't run after you've eaten it, or at least give yourself 2 hours before you start running, because I really felt ill, sick-wise, as in wanted to let the food come back up. Too much information, I know. But the run itself went really well, so I was happy with that. Friday was a rest day, so I did run briefly. I just did a mile, 10 minutes, 20-second mile, just to get it done at lunchtime. And then today was parkrun day. And normally I'm at least, my PB is 26:23, and generally I've been running 27 minutes. I haven't been able to catch up with my PB. But today, oh my gosh, I don't know what it was. It's really cold today. It was -1 on my Garmin, recording on my Garmin. But when I checked on the phone, it said it was -4. In the car, it said it was like -1 or 0. Yeah, it just took a while to warm up, and I felt tired as well, I think. So I think it must have been a full-on week for me, even though I've been running every day for so long. It really did catch up with me today, and I just felt I didn't really feel lethargic. I just felt tired, which is, I don't know if that makes any sense. I think it's the same thing, but it's not. I think when I feel lethargic, I feel really sluggish and I can't move. Whereas today, I just felt tired, as in, no, I can't really explain it. It's just not as heavy as lethargy. It was just tiredness anyway. So I just couldn't. And also the mental block of the 26-minute pace. It was Chase the Pace a week, and I was going to stick with the 26-minute, but he did well under 5-minute pace, 5-minute K pace. So I just definitely couldn't keep up with him. And I just kept on getting slower throughout the race. And I thought, I'm only supposed to be doing 7 minutes 20 for the plan, so it doesn't really matter how I do, but always in my head I'm trying to get close to my PB or back to my PB form. So today it was a little bit disappointing looking at the time. I think I was 28 minutes and 24 seconds. I did run on a little bit after the main clock because my distance was showing 4:09.8, so I just ran on to make it click over the 5k mark, so it could come through as 28 minutes 20 seconds or so, but still it's a whole 2 minutes away from my PB, and generally over a minute my normal average times these days. So disappointing in time wise, but the run itself was okay, and it was just cold, so maybe I didn't warm up enough, maybe I was tired, maybe the full-on week that I've had and not realising it has affected my run today. So I thought I'll relax anyway, and then hopefully tomorrow's run will turn out to be okay. So I'll leave it there for now, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Speak to you then. Bye. Wasn't going to stop and film, but I'm at Mark Gate, 10k mark. Oh yeah, I should say it's week 20, day 4, 28k to do, so I'm not even halfway yet, but it's a lovely day. It's 3 degrees, the sun's out, and I'm running, so I'm gonna run back now. See you later. Hi guys, bit of a casual ending to this week's update. I am bushed. I'm so tired, even got my glasses on. It tells you how tired I am. So today on the cards was 28k, which is 17.4 miles at a 6-minute 24-second per kilometre pace. I'm not sure how much that is a mile pace, but it ended up being bang spot on actually. I started off, it's so funny, I spent time trying to work out a route. And so I worked out this one route which would have actually taken me to Dunstable and then round towards Markgate from the Dunstable end and then back down. But then when I actually stepped out of the house, I went totally a different way. I thought, oh, let me see if I can run up this hill. There's a hill that's right here. I won't say what road it's on, but it's a really, really steep hill, and I haven't been able to run all the way up it as yet. And since I've been able to run up Stockingstone Hill and Bradgers Hill now, with very slowly but not stopping at all to walk, I thought, let me give it a try. And I didn't warm up first. I just started off and went straight up it. And I basically completed it. I went all the way up at a fairly good pace for me, 7 minutes, 24 second pace all the way to the top of the hill. So I'll put in the elevation. I didn't write it down, I can't remember, but I'll put in the elevation or grade when I edit this bit. I finally conquered it. I'm amazed. It's the last big hill in this area that I haven't been able to do so far, so I'm so happy that I've done it now. Anyway, so that was the start of my 28k, and then after that everything went swimmingly. I was able to, especially at the beginning or the first half, run at between a 5-minute 55-second to 6-minute 10 minutes per kilometre pace. So up to the 10k mark, which is where I stopped and did a little bit of update. Yeah, so I was doing well for that. So the first part I was going to run up to Caddington and see how far I could get. Then I was going to do 7k out, 7k back, and then 7k out and back, which would have made 28k. Back on my normal route that I run, which is about 8k generally. But in the end, I ran up all the way to Caddington, right up into this country lane where you don't have any sidewalk or pavement anymore. And then I ran back down into Caddington town and then turned to a different road and went right down to the end of that road as well. And I did venture onto no pavement territory, but luckily just after you run a little bit, maybe like 500 meters, and then you get to pavement again. So it wasn't so bad. You can't see it when you're on the other end, but if you keep going, you'll find pavement again. So it wasn't too bad. So I went right to the end of that portion and then back, and then all the way back down the route I came, and that ended up being about 15k. So then I had about 13k to go. So I was just over halfway really. And I was feeling good. I wasn't feeling tired. I didn't take any water with me, and I only stopped to take the video clip that I put in earlier. It was a very cool day, so it was about 1 degree centigrade when I first woke up or was getting ready to go for my run, and then by the time I actually got to run, it was 3 degrees. But I wore my puffer jacket and just a t-shirt, and I was fine all the way. I even took my gloves off, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, when you stop, you do get cold quickly, but whilst you're running, I think it's perfect temperature. So yeah, so generally I was fine the whole way. I could really feel it after about 25k, and that's when I started to slow down. Apart from when I was going up an incline, my last 3 kilometers were around 6:45 to 6:20, but then the very last one was faster because I was back on level ground and I knew I was finishing. So yeah, all in all, it was a good long run. So it was my longest run of the year, 17.5 miles nearly. So next week's long run is again the 28k, 17 miles. And then the week after that is a cut back. And then the following 2 weeks I have 2 20-mile races. So I'm doing Oakley 20 on the 18th of March, and then the Bedford 20-miler on the 25th of March. And then after that will be tapering properly. So that last 25th of March, that last long run, I'm supposed to be doing 16k, I think, but I wanted to do the Bedford one. It's a new one. It's a new race, so I thought I'd do it. And it's all good practice, I think. But as you can tell, I'm really tired and really hungry. So I am going to make some food. I realise I haven't eaten yet. It's probably about 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet. I only had a coffee before I went for my run. I went for my run a bit late as well. I was supposed to go at 10, which turned out to supposed to go at 11, and then I actually only went at 12. So if you're on my Instagram story, you can see I was procrastinating. But yeah, I did it and I'm happy. It's done. I'm just very tired now, so hopefully I should edit this as soon as. But I hope you've been enjoying my updates. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on next week's update. Take care. Bye.